Hi Terry, I'm your nurse Erica. I know we kind of know each other from your outpatient group meetings, but today I just kind of wanted to do a one-on-one talk with all of my group members about smoking is what we're going to do this week. Is that okay if we talk about your smoking?
Sure.
Sure. Okay, so I've seen you lately kind of during the meetings go outside, take a cigarette break, and then you'll come in, and I kind of noticed you've been a little bit distracted during the meetings, so I've just kind of raised a little bit of a concern for you. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page and that you understand like the health benefit, or not the health benefits, but how smoking can affect your health. So is it okay if we talk about kind of your background with smoking?
Okay.
So can you just tell me a little bit about your upbringing, if you've been exposed to it your entire life, kind of maybe when you started, just kind of a little background story for me.
Okay, well, my dad smoked, and so I started smoking around like age 14, and then it wasn't a big deal. Everybody did it.
Okay.
So my friends did it, so I was like, my dad did it, so I saw it all around me, so I just decided maybe I'd try it one time, and then I tried it, and then I really got hooked on it. I really liked the feeling of relaxing and being able to just kind of forget everything while I was smoking, just kind of like let go of everything. So I started that at 14, it wasn't a big deal. I didn't smoke that much, I didn't see it as a problem. My dad smoked, and he actually died of lung cancer, so that was kind of hard, and I think I kind of started smoking more after that just to cope with the stress. And I have a brother, and he doesn't smoke, and he doesn't really like it that I smoke, and my mom doesn't really like it either, and that was kind of a big conflict, that she didn't like that my dad smoked, and my brother doesn't like that I smoke, and he has a daughter, and I absolutely adore her. She's the cutest thing ever, but he like was kind of rude about it, and he's like, you can't hang out with her because you smoke all the time. And like, it's hard on me because I want to be with her, but at the same time it's really hard to go that long without smoking. So that just kind of brings conflict between us, and we kind of argue about it, and it doesn't help my case at all that I'm arguing with him about it. So then he doesn't want me to see her. So I just feel like as I've gotten older, I've started to smoke more, and I had a little like trouble with depression, and I just felt like the only thing that allowed me to get out of the bed this morning is just looking forward to going and have that first smoke in the morning.
Okay.
Just kind of like getting through that.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm getting from that is that you started at a young age because you were exposed by your father, correct?
Yes.
And that your friends around you smoked that young too, was that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so were you with some of your friends the first time you tried smoking? Were you with your dad? Tell me a little bit about that first encounter.
My friends and I like took some of his cigarettes and went outside, and we had to sneak it because my mom didn't like it, and so I didn't want her to be angry at me, but we just wanted to try it, and then we did, and then he didn't ever notice, so I would just like sneak some from him.
Okay, so what I'm kind of getting from that is that it just wasn't a big deal. You
No.
didn't think it was a big deal?
Not at all.
Not at all. Okay, so smoking does affect your circulatory system, your lungs, as you probably knew from your dad, who had lung cancer and passed away. So I just kind of want to raise my concerns to you, but before we do that, I have a scale here, and it is called a readiness scale, 0 being not ready to change at all, 10 being you are ready to walk out of these doors and make a world of a change in your behaviors. Can you kind of give me?
So like this relates to smoking? Probably 0.
0?
Yeah, I don't really see it as a problem.
Okay. So you rated it as a 0, no problem. Can you kind of give me a little more insight of the pros for you?
Like I said, it's just that relief. When the depression hit, it was me getting out of bed in the morning. I had something to look forward to. Now I just think it's habit. I like to have something to hold on to. I like to have a break from work too, because I work long days, and I work in a building that there's no windows or anything, so I like to be able to go downstairs and outside. And a bunch of my coworkers, they smoke too, and so it's kind of, we all hit that time, we're like, okay, it's ready for smoke, and we all go out together and kind of just like relieve stress out there, that we don't have to be in that building anymore. I mean, when I go out, I like to smoke too. I feel like I smoke a little more when I go out and have drinks with the girls, and I don't know, it's just something to do.
So what I'm getting from that is your work environment does have a lot to play in your smoking.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you mind if I offer you some advice with how to cope with that?
Sure, I guess.
Can you kind of tell me a little bit about where you work? Are you downtown? Would you have any access to sidewalks?
Yeah, there's sidewalks around the building. It's a pretty big complex.
Do you have, or do any of your coworkers not smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, something that I've always enjoyed, like during our long work days, is at lunchtime, a coworker and I, we always go on a walk. Or we just take a couple of laps around the building, and I know just getting that fresh air and having that little bit of exercise has really, it really makes my day a lot better. I know I always really look forward to that. Have you ever tried something like that?
No, I don't really exercise that much.
Is that something that you could see beneficial?
Yeah, I guess so, something to do.
Yeah.
Just to get out of the building.
Right, because you mentioned that there wasn't like any windows, it's kind of like a enclosed space.
Yeah. So I guess it'd be nice to just get out.
Right, and you could, so do you work downtown at all? Is it downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we work downtown too, so I always like to go to Starbucks and grab a lemonade and a coffee, and we just kind of take a lap, and it's just such a relaxant to me.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I love that you're willing to, you know, kind of take one of those triggers away. That's really awesome. Everyone needs that step of change. So I can understand that you know the pros, but can you tell me what the cons are?
It's really expensive, and it's kind of inconvenient because the people who don't smoke don't want to talk to you then, and so I guess it's just hard. And the con is I don't get to see my niece because and it makes my mom upset.
Okay. So would you be willing to make those changes so that you'd be able to see your niece more?
I mean, I guess I could cut down a little.
Do you think that your brother would appreciate that?
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that he probably would if that's been like a conflict ever since you have been younger. And also just your niece seeing you as a role model is really important.
Yeah, I guess it's probably not good. I don't want her to smoke. I don't want her to have that habit.
Right. Well, I love that you can see all of this. Would you mind making another appointment in a couple weeks just so we can kind of touch base? I can see if you've tried to reduce some of those triggers, maybe if you've made some more contact with your brother. We can kind of just, talk again, hang out a little bit. So would that be okay if we made another appointment?
Just you and I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah? Okay, so I know we talked for a little bit, so I want to just ask you one more time. If you look at the ruler again, kind of weighing the pros and cons of your smoking habit, what would you rate your willingness to change now? Would it be a 0, not now, or more towards a 10, you're willing to make a change today?
Maybe a 3.
3? That's good, so you went from 0 to 3. So that's a really big improvement. That's something that we definitely like to see and hear. So thank you, Shelby, for coming to our meeting today, and I can't wait to see you again.
Thanks.